Okay, before we go on break, I wanted to say a couple words. So I wanted to talk about two things, about intersectionality and about other ways of resistance. So we heard from our panel and from our previous speakers about ways that you can get involved in the resistance. And I wanted to share some resistance that I've been a part of ever since I joined the immigrant rights movement. So I used to go to college at UT Austin, and it was there that I got to know people who are undocumented, and I started getting involved in working in DACA clinics. So we would help people apply for DACA and get pro bono attorneys to help them fill out their applications. And um, one of my favorite stories to tell is there was a job fair one time at UT Austin, and Border Patrol set up a table there, and we were not happy, and we weren't just gonna let that fly by. We wanted to let them know that they would not be welcome at that job fair, and so what we did is we got a banner, and we put on the banner that Border Patrol is not welcome here. And we didn't say a word. We just got in front of the table, put up our banner, and we got kicked out. They threatened to arrest us, blah, blah, blah. And so they kicked us out. But you know who else left the job fair? The Border Patrol. They were so embarrassed by the big stink that we made that they left. And they even found our organization's Twitter, and they started following us. And then now they tag us whenever they deport people. Very very vindictive, very childish, in my opinion. But I mean that shows the power of what we can do when we stand up, because we're just a bunch of poor college students. We didn't come with weapons. We didn't have, we're not elected officials. We're just ordinary people, and we stood up. In 2016, when there was a big push for the DREAM Act, a bunch of us from all over the nation, with our organization United We Dream, we went to DC, and we did civil disobedience. Myself and my brother from another mother, Roberto, raise your hand. We did a civil disobedience. We went to the Senate cafeteria. We sat down on the floor to highlight the story of one of the cafeteria workers there who has DACA, and how the senators who did not vote for the DREAM Act, how they get served their coffee by this lady every day, but they could care less about what happens to her. And so we sat on the floor until we got arrested. And so those are other ways of resisting. What we can do as well is find out who does business, who does contracts with detention centers, and finding out who they are and boycotting them, exposing them. That's a very effective tool too, to hit them where it really hurts in their pocketbooks. And so the other thing I wanted to talk about was intersectionality, and how important, how powerful it is to link one social movement with another, to see how they intersect, how they weave together. So for example, one thing that we did here with our group is we did a teach-in on what it means to come out of the closet of being undocumented, and what it means to come out of the closet of being LBGT. And for some folks that are members of both of those communities, what it means to come out of two closets. Like our brothers and sisters said previously, linking this, the immigrant rights movement with the Black Lives Matter movement, because immigrant issues are not just for Latinos. There are black people that are immigrants. The largest ethnic group of immigrants that is growing right now in this country are Asians. So linking those movements, women's rights, workers' rights, the folks who are differently abled, and that way we can form more bonds, form a stronger sense of our common humanity.